I grew up in a country where being queer or being trans was illegal. And then when I moved to the States, I lived in a state where being queer or being trans was also illegal. Was it hard? Absolutely. Did it mean that I was any less queer and any less trans? Absolutely not. And that, in fact, politicized me in a very radical way. When I came out under those conditions, I came out so loud. And for thousands and thousands of years before me, people were queer and trans. A law that says that there's only two sexes doesn't change the fact that that's actually not true. It certainly doesn't change who I am and how I identify. What's changing is how it's being weaponized. For instance, people calling me Chinese or Japanese doesn't mean that I'm not Korean. It actually indicates to me that they're the ones who are limited in their knowledge and in their scope of life. I mean, essentially what they're doing is weaponizing their limitation. Similarly, a declaration that there are only two sexes is a weaponization of that limitation and also transphobia and ableism. And there will most certainly be racist implications. Just remember that you are the only one that can define your own gender identity. No one else can do that for you. And everything else that is trying to take that away from you just tells us how we need to protect ourselves and each other. Unfortunately for us, and this will always be the case, gender identity is infinite. And what I have learned throughout life is when entities try to limit our expression of who we are, that expression just gets louder and bigger and ever more powerful. We protect each other infinitely. Transphobic people can only come up with two genders, whereas trans and genderqueer folks can come up with an infinite number. So by all counts, I just have to say, we win. Just because they can't imagine us doesn't mean we don't exist. I mean, I'm right here, and I see you too.